What's going on, guys? We're going live again. Often we're going to be talking waiver wire today, looking some players, answering some questions, pretty much hanging out, having some fun. I'm going to be on here for about a half an hour. So anything you want to chat out, be football related, could not. Whatever. Make sure to hit that like button. Really spreads the video around YouTube's. And honestly, I'm going to pull some waiver wire articles and I'm going to read them off. We're gonna go this week. It's not super dank, but it's a little bit dank because we're deep into the season. We're not getting huge injuries. That's very impactful to the waiver wire. However, we do have some stuff to look at. And because Jerome Ford's out, I like Strong as a prospect coming out fourth. He's going to be here. I like Bears. We lost one fair. Good to return back to the waiver wire if you want to look for something else and just keep the heavy for them. Again, these are players that we can turn and burn. These guys on the back end of a roster because that's just usually you do that at the running position. The wide receiver position usually hits in the beginning of the season. If someone's going to take over, they're going to take over at the beginning of the season. So right, a lot of dank on the waiver wire at the wide receiver spot. Guys are like Rashi. Talking about, and he had a bye week, still hardly rostered. A guy that you can pick up on the cheap. I think he's 14% rostered. So if you're looking at a guy getting opportunity, he's going into a smooth match with Carolina. That's something you may looking at some other things here for the waiver wire from articles and stuff pulling up just the chat. Some people are bringing up Kareem Hunt, but I feel like he should already be rostered. I feel like he should already be on rosters. This one article in Yahoo says he's rostered 37% of leagues. I thought it was pushing like 9 ESPN. That's what I saw. I'm on the running back one and got right into Pierre Strong just because of that. This has to be old. They're mentioning Zach Evans. This is an old one. They're mentioning Zach Evans everywhere. Jordan Addison going off on Monday night against the Niners. That was great. It was to see him go off, get some opportunity there. Hit big, third highest scoring rookie this week. Number one, I forget who was number one. He was the highest scoring rookie this week, I think. He was. Second highest scoring was Jahmyr Gibbs, if I remember right. Let's see, they're talking about Kyler Murray as a get, 42% rostered. I can see that. I don't really go head quarterbacks. Gardner Minshew. I don't know. I don't know about that. Running backs. Darrell Henderson, 25% ownership rate on what platform? I don't know what they're talking about. Probably ESPN. I like Darrell Henderson. He was getting touches, and that they like him back there. They're asking the lottery ticket. And Zach Evans is just the guy you just want to shake. You just want to shake. They're talking about Roschon Johnson. I need him to come back from that concussion. I think it's going to be a 1-2 punch with him and Deonta Foreman. Foreman's earned out. He's earned touches, and I like Roschon Johnson. I think he's going to be used in the passing game. I think both of them are good shots or dart throws you want to throw out there. I like both running backs. I think Foreman is kind of underrated. Everywhere he goes, forms, he does something. That's just played. Deonta Foreman just does things, and that's just what he does. He's a good runner. He's decent. Wherever he goes, he does something. Roschon Johnson was getting opportunity over Foreman when he was healthy. That's going to be interesting to see. But Roschon Johnson, he's got to come back. He's got to come back from that concussion. We got to see what that touch distribution is going to be. Hopefully, he's over 50%. I really want to see what Roschon Johnson can do with a bigger workload. Amari Demercado, 15% ownership rate. He stole some of that workload from Keaton Ingram. Scary guy to have in your lineup, though. Scary guy, even though you can get some touches out of him. You want those touches. He's a scary guy. He's a scary guy. I mean, if you're hurting and you want a cheap running back, you need some touches. Sure. Okay. Pierre Strong is the lottery ticket. We lost Keaton. We lost him to the hamstring injury. We've been hoping and praying for that. You know what?